Hey guys, welcome back to our second episode of The Industry.
Hi guys, welcome back.
This is our podcast portion where we get to do reactions and reviews. And I'm the dog.
I'm Kat.
That's Kat, my wife. And we're going to be doing a little something different today. This is a band we've been hooked into for a long time. And just recently we've been, as reactors, we have another channel, we do the refried home fries, and as reactors we're starting to pay attention more to how people react to things and all the different channels out there and stuff. And this particular song by the group Dirty Loops is an amazing tune. And we're just going to dispel a few things and go through from the technical side.
Yeah.
And see if we can't help it make a little bit more sense, because there's a lot of people out there asking questions about these videos all the time. And because these guys are wild.
And we're going to have fun while we do it.
So let's just go ahead and get started with this, because this will probably end up being a lengthy one.
Yeah, their stuff is long.
All right. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is Dirty Loops, Rock You. Which, in their concerts, the bass player Henrik always tells the audience to sing it the way it's supposed to be sung. You figure it out.
Kind of sounds like rock.
All I ever want to do is set the temperature inside the room, yeah. I don't need to stay for long. I don't need to stay for long. Oh, be done by the. I'm gonna be done by the end of the
All right. I'm not going to go back and get all girly over his opening vocals there. This is not a first reaction, okay?
No.
And even if it was, that was an amazing run with the vocals. Jonah's just got a world-class, incredible voice, But this is, like I said, this isn't the first reaction, so we're not going to get all girly over him doing those runs and things.
Right.
It's
more
if this is the first time you've ever seen or heard of Dirty Loops, get used to it. These guys rock, and they're astounding, incredibly talented. They went to school together in Stockholm, and they went to the music conservatory. So they're all session players. They're all
extremely talented bunch,
professionally trained.
Friday night, am I out of line? Am I with your head down? Trying to move on ya, now try to smooth on ya. Make me rise, got the crazy eyes, try to read the signs. Trying to move on ya, now try to smooth on ya. You apologize, but you realize when it all comes out, it's only one thing on my mind. I could wanna live, risking everything, but you know my cards and nothing left for me to do.
Okay, let's stop
sounds
here.
so much like Michael.
Oh yeah, everybody says it's either Michael or Stevie.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson.
There's some Stevie, but to me it's more Michael. I don't know. He sounds so much like him.
And his influences are actually based in the 80s, so it makes sense that their sound is got a very 80s feel to it.
Right. And he's got the same producer as well.
Quincy Jones helps,
But it still doesn't change the fact that his vocals sound like Michael. I mean, there's only so much you can do. I think he saw that, heard it.
Sure.
And ran with
had
it.
to have,
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what I'm getting at here is all of this stuff that's going on. I mean, they're incredibly talented musicians and everything. And they sound like, Jonah sounds like Michael, he can sound like anybody, because he didn't start as being a lead vocalist.
Right.
He sang in choir in church and stuff like that, but he wasn't a vocalist. He was a keyboard player. And when they put the band together, they were like, well, who's going to sing? And okay, well, Jonah will sing. Amazing, huh?
Oh, he's got an incredible range.
For not even being a professional singer to come out the gate like that in their first band, and he's
How many
he's
people do we know though that are like that? I could sing a little bit, or I sung a little bit. Then they open their mouth, and you're like,
I know. What the heck?
Yeah. Where'd you come from? Where did that come from? Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, and they. Let's just keep going here for a second before I really get into it. Okay, let's take a break here.
These guys have some incredible energy too.
Oh yeah, they're always having a good time. They remind me of the other band, Home Free, that we do. They're complete characters and cut-ups, and they just have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Even when you watch them doing interviews from years and years ago, they're still they're laughing at each other and poking at fun at each other.
Very humble too.
Yeah, very humble. Yeah. Now I'm completely off track again. What was I going to say here? I stopped for a reason. The production on this, that's what I was going for. The drummer, Aaron, he does all of the video editing, and he does his drum parts, obviously, and gets all these scenes, and he's the one who actually puts these videos together. That in itself is a whole nother talent.
Yeah.
To be able to produce a video like this and have that drive and that, know where the cuts are going and know how everything fits together to make it exciting and to keep your interest going.
It's very time consuming
as
well.
It's a lot of time, yeah. But okay, let's get to a couple of things that I want to dispel. This video is a studio recording, and they went back and they did an MTV video to it. They went back and produced it. This is a stage. This is a set, and everything is camera angles and lighting and all that's done, and they probably, I can't even say how many takes it took them to make the video, but this isn't a straight through performance, okay? They didn't hit play or hit record and go. A lot of people think, I've heard some reactors say, that's the drum sound you want. That's the drum sound you're dying for. That's what you want. Drums, I'm gonna do something here real quick. Drums don't sound anything like that, okay? Not without a little help. Let's see, how am I going to do this here? I'm going to go center low, and we're going to turn off the big monitor. I'll bring up a little track here for you. What we're looking at, this is a live drum recording, okay, from a studio. This was recorded in a studio under really good conditions from a really nice studio. And this is what I'm just going to play this for you a couple of times, and I'm going to go through a few things here. But drums don't sound anything like that. Let's see. I'm going to hit the loop. We're going to come over here. Let me turn this down a bit. Let's turn this down. This is a live drum set in a studio recording to tracks, just like they do for making an album, okay? If you turn off all of this processing that's going on, it sounds pretty weak, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very.
Doesn't sound anything like what you hear once it's all cranked up and produced and driven and edited and cleaned, and you even can put some reverb on it if you want. And they do other things like this right here, your kick. This is your original kick sound. That on its own sounds pretty good, but then they go back and they oversample it and they put different kick sounds, or they'll mic it from a different angle. They'll get all these different things going on. And then in post-production, they'll go back and they'll massage all these things and EQ them and make sure they all fit in the mix, correctly. They use things like compressors and equalizers and all kinds of different things like this to shape the sound, to shape what you're hearing. So it cuts through the mix, yet it sits right in the mix. And and especially these days with modern music, the kick is very important. Everybody oversamples their kicks. It's almost like standard procedure. It's kind of silly. I like the sound of a real drum set. Let me get rid of that. Hang on a second. Pull that out of the way. Come here, you. There we go. And this is what they look like. This is a live tracking session. Okay, these down here are your toms, which are always gated. So that's a little bit of how it's done. I'm barely scratching the surface, but
I'm sure.
I want to get back to the music. But yeah, what you're hearing is not a live performance. You're hearing a recording of a live performance that's been edited and massaged.
The way they're presenting it, the way they have to film it, makes it look, it gives the impression that it's live.
And you can tell the difference between my drums and their drums. They've got an astounding engineer for their drum sets, for all of their tracks. I mean, these guys, they know how to sonically improve everything and get it to sound this really punchy modern sound, which I really like. I'm more old school. I'm from tape days, so give me a bottom set and the bottom sound, and I'm good.
Good go, huh?
Let's go.
Yeah.
You feel so right, you make me feel so right. I'm like dynamite, I'm like dynamite. You make me feel so right, you make me feel so right. All we ever wanted to is to get the dream inside the room. Don't let me get the best on us. All we ever wanted to is to get the dream inside the room. That's all we ever wanna do.
Another little bit of Hollywood magic here.
Yeah.
Jonah's not playing that. He's just faking it on the keyboard. That's an actual real horn section playing those horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds great. I love it. I love a good funky horn section.
Heck yeah. Their bass player is amazing.
Yes. That boy, woof. He's got it on. He's classically trained. He's got the funk.
Is he classically or professionally trained?
Professionally. I believe this one is also classic.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he gets up there with the 6-string bass in it, and he owns it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even know where to start with Henrik. He's just an amazing bass player. He plays way beyond his years. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
His playing is much more mature, and echoes back to Bootsy and all the funk guys, and as well as other legends.
Yeah, he's one that always stands out in comments and on other videos. Mad respect for him.
And his look doesn't, that helps a bit too. He's the emo kid.
Yeah, but you can. It doesn't matter how you look.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And it's cool because the bass player Henrik and Jonah, this guy down here, they've been friends since they were children. Literally, like children, 9 years and 11 years old.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And
living your dream together.
Right, and now here they are all these years later. They're still playing together. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, very cool.
Awesome.
Hellish isn't the word I'd use. Yeah, that was woof. If you look around at their set too, they're in a studio, and they've got these really cool stage lights going on behind them and everything. But this is basically just a sound studio, for doing live recordings. It's what they call a live room. Well, here, that behind us is a live room. We built this years ago at a community center of all places. Same thing, you got black drapes all around the whole thing with soundproofing and sound absorption material. You can see we got all the Marshall amps back there. There's drums, there's keyboards. I mean, this is a live room. This is where a lot of people do their rehearsals and creation, where they actually develop the songs that they're going to take into a studio and record professionally. A lot of times they'll start with a studio like this for rehearsals and for tracking the demos and what they call session demos, where you can take those tracks home at the end of the night and everybody can work on them or look at, change parts and things like that. And then they bring it all back together. The engineer puts the whole thing back together, and that's how they create this stuff. Yeah. And hey, wait, let's get us back up here. Yeah. Hi. Okay. But yeah, this is a good one to work on. I like this. I just like everything about Dirty Loops. What am I talking about?
Yeah, right?
So good, you make me feel so good. I got that much, and I got it like no much. You make me feel so good, you make me feel so good. All you ever wanted to is see the temperature inside the room. Don't let me get me this song, no. All you ever wanted to is see the temperature inside the room. 'Cause all you ever wanna do, like dynamite, got your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys.
They're great.
Big ending.
Oh, yeah. They have so much fun doing
But
it.
now, do you see what I was talking? We did another reaction video for our other channel, and it was a home free song, and they had done this thing. The whole chorus and everything was going along great. It was all in the same key, and then all of a sudden it changed. They went up a step, and we tried to explain how
Summer in the Country, yeah.
Summer in the Country. That's the psychology of music. How it made you feel. It went up a step, and it was almost jarring to the point where it brought your attention back to what you were listening to, and it made you feel a certain way when you did. They kept that. It was a really happy chorus portion. These guys, and I made the point of this then, and now you see what I'm talking about. They keep going. They won't go up one step, they'll dun, 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 and it's an adrenaline rush.
It just builds and builds.
It builds and builds, and they know exactly when to do it to bring it to like a climax.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. And that's just, that's professional arranging and writing. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
To be able to pull that off. And yeah, the bass player, man, Henrik, he throws in those little triplet notes that are just, I don't even see how he fits them in. It's wow. Dude,
yeah.
Rock on.
Right? Gotta watch the credits.
Oh, yeah.
With Dirty Loops, always.
Percussion. We won't make a big deal out of it. But yeah, see, here's your horn section.
Yeah. Sax, bagpipes. Ooh, bagpipes. Wow.
Really? You think there were bagpipes in there, honey?
No.
No.
There wasn't.
Especially since his name is Pahugget McNugget.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, I can't see that. Oh, my goodness.
And Scratch is done by Whack-em Low.
Joaquim
Low.
Scratch.
The only scratch that was in here was on the kick drum when he was doing that.
Yeah.
Rock you. That was they used a scratch along with the kick drum.
They'd have to bring Adam Rupp in for that.
Oh, that would be cool. I'd love to see Rupp do some stuff with this. Adam Rupp is a beatboxer.
He does a lot of scratching. Yeah.
Okay, so arranged, recorded, and composed by Dirty Loops. Okay, mixed and mastered by Simon Petra. Filmed by Simon.
Wow.
Okay. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You have a recording engineer who does the actual tracking, which would be here in this place. Okay? A tracking studio, a live room. This is an engineer who actually captures the raw tracks, the raw performances, okay? And then it goes up here to your mix and mastering engineer. He's the one who takes everything and edits it, chops it all up into pieces, and makes sure everything is in time and everything's in tune, all the equalizing and all that stuff. Adds effects like reverb and echo and delay and distortion. All that stuff is done by the mix masters. Even then, no. Sorry about that. I got ahead of myself. That's the mixing engineer. After the mixing engineer is done, he gets everything up to pre-broadcast level. And that leaves a certain amount of headroom in your volume so nothing is like really nasty sounding, and they send it out to a mastering engineer who brings it up to broadcast level and massages the equalization and all that stuff to make sure the frequencies work at a really high level.
But in this case, he mixed it and mastered it, right?
Correct. Yeah, a lot of times, I do that too.
Which makes sense.
Right. Yeah, mastering comes after mixing, obviously. A lot of times, depending on who it is and how much their budget is, they'll send it out for mastering.
Oh, okay.
Because a true mastering engineer is like one of the last of the black magicians out there, man. Their knowledge that goes back into the 60s. Oh, you spam callers. Their knowledge that goes back into the 60s is based in a completely different reality than the digital world we live in today. And it's just amazing. What you don't think that the sound is going to sound any different. A song's a song. But no, when they bring it up to what they call a pressurized broadcast level, that's where it's really loud, but everything is still perceptible. Everything is still distinct, and that's hard to do. So, kudos to these guys. We're spending 1 million minutes on the credits.
Wow. Quincy Jones Productions. Wow.
Gotta love it.
Well,
there you go. Yeah, that was our big second episode with Dirty Loops.
yeah, kind of long. Some of them will be long
They will
because
be,
they're going
yeah.
to be breakdowns and in-depth. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no problem with that. I know a lot of people have a short attention span these days.
But some of you will appreciate it.
Sure, yeah, and that's we're aiming more for the behind the scenes folks, and of course we'll cut these up into little snippets and teasers and shorts and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, guys.
So yeah, if you guys have any feedback for us, leave it in the comments.
Yes, please.
And we will be seeing you soon.
Yep, I think that's about it.
Yeah. So take care, guys. Thanks for
Peace.
watching.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.